To me, to the state of Israel.
Many people weren't sure just how serious US President Donald Trump was when he said in February,
"So I'm looking at two-state and one-state, and I like the one that both parties like. I'm very happy with the one that both parties like. I can live with either one. I thought for a while the two-state looked like it may be the easier of the two. But honestly, if Bibi and if the Palestinians, if Israel and the Palestinians are happy, I'm happy with the one they like the best."
And with that, Trump backed away from decades of US policy, where the only solution to the conflict would be an independent Palestinian state. Earlier this month, Trump met Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas in Washington and said he wants to strike the ultimate deal.
And we will get this done.
If only it were that simple. The last talks between both sides collapsed 2 years ago. Israel has continued expanding its existing settlements in the West Bank, taking more Palestinian land and carving their future state into pieces. Since Trump became president, Israel has announced it will build a new settlement, its first one in 20 years. It also hoped Trump would carry out his pre-election promise to move the US embassy from Tel Aviv to here in Jerusalem. But it hasn't happened, and the decision seems to be on hold. Imad Muna owns a bookstore that's an institution in East Jerusalem. He says moving the embassy would lead to de facto Israeli sovereignty over Jerusalem.
If they move it to Jerusalem, that means that the American government or the American country, they recognize East Jerusalem or Jerusalem as the state of Israel, which is against the international laws. This is one thing. The other thing could be other countries in Europe and America. They will copy the idea and they remove their embassies to Jerusalem, which is dangerous.
This is where President Donald Trump and his entourage will stay, the historic King David Hotel. For decades, it's hosted presidents and royalty. But few people here believe that Trump, who prides himself as the ultimate deal maker, can solve one of the world's most intractable conflicts. As for Israelis, many of them are curious about Trump, and some people think he's out of his depth.
So he'll come here for 24 hours, will tell the parties, sit down and sort things out between you, and then he'll go away. This is, I think, ridiculous.
When Trump was elected, the Israeli government believed he would back them all the way. Now, it's not so sure. His visit could clear things up or leave both sides more confused than ever. Nicole Johnston, TRT World, Jerusalem.